बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे यस्यैकनिश्वसितकालं धावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविलजा जगदन्दनाथा विष्णुर्महांस इह यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षणे यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तत्त्वं देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। भागवत सुमिरन। रिद्धि सिद्धि दाता सिद्धि सदन बारन बदन सुमिरो बारंबार मदन कदन के लाल को गणपति कृपा निधान ज्ञान खानी आनंद भवन देहु मोहि बरदान वर्णो भाषा भाग्य जय शिव आनंद भूतनाथ भव भयहरण भक्ति विषय निर्धन गौर बरन हे ब्रज चंद्र ब्रज भूषण भूषण काटहु भव भय भन चरण शरण आन जय 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 जगदीश सेवक शेष महिमा अमित अभेद वेद भेद जानत देहु मोहि वरदान राधा वरय वर सदा प्रेम भरी मुस्कान चित्त में खटखट मोहि ताहि प्रिय और वस्तु प्रभु बसी रहे मन यह भांति भांति लिए लखुटिया गायन के पीछे तीरथ ग्वाल बाल लिए मोर मुकुट शिर कर मुरली कुरमा शीश मुकुट या छवि सोय नंदला बसो हृदय गुरु पद रज धर्षी कहु भागवत जो शुकदेव मुनि सो परीक्षित निगम कल्पतरो गलितं फलम् शुकमुखादमृतत् द्रवसयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भाविका पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भाविका। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, शंकर भगवान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, राधा रानी की जय। प्रिय सज्जनों, प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, विप्र मंडली, पंडित जी, भक्तगण, devotees devotees of the Supreme Lord, respected Pandit ji, devotees, dearest to the Lord, the divine souls. First let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Those who are viewing us on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Bhakti TV, etc. Very special Radhe Radhe to each and every one of you also, and my naman, my humblest prostrations to each and every one of you. आज चौथे दिन है, इस भागवत महापुराण के चौथे दिन। इस भागवत का इसलिए रख दिया, पंडित जी, पंडित चेत्रा महाराज अपने जन्म उत्सव, जन्मदिन मनाने जा रहे हैं। हर साल पंडित जी भगवान को धन्यवाद देने के लिए, गुरु को धन्यवाद देने के लिए ये ऐसे यज्ञ रखते हैं। ये हम लोग का परम सौभाग्य है। इन्होंने इसको रखने के लिए हम सबका लाभ होता है। Tonight is the fourth night of this Bhagavat Mahapuran Yagna, this Bhagavat Saptah. This Bhagavat Yagna has been done by Pandit Chetra Maharaj celebrating his birthday. Every year, Panditji, as he celebrates his birthday, he gives thanks to Bhagwan, to the Supreme Lord, and to his Guru, Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. He has the Yagna performed every year to give thanks, and by him doing this, it's also our great fortune that we get the benefit to participate in this Yagna, to listen to the beautiful Kathas, especially from Shrimat Bhagavat Mahapuran. So we get great benefit also. Tonight's Katha, आज कथा है 8वें स्कंध। 8वें स्कंद का ये 18वें अध्याय कथा है। Tonight's katha is from the 8th book, 18th chapter of Shrimat Bhagavat Mahapuran. कथा भगवान का एक विशेष अवतार, वामन अवतार, वामन देव। ये वामन अवतार कैसे हुआ, क्यों हुआ, और इस संसार के भी परम लाभदायक हो गया, ये कथा बता रहे हैं। What caused the advent of the Lord to descend as a Vaman Dev, divine dwarf? He came very small, dwarf. The reason for that, how does the world benefit from his descension as a divine dwarf? And the mystery of a descension, this katha tells. तो एक कश्यप मुनि थे, कश्यप मुनि, बहुत बड़ा मुनि थे, कश्यप मुनि। और कश्यप मुनि के दो पत्नी, एक दिति, एक अदिति। अदिति से कश्यप मुनि ने सब देवताओं को पैदा किया, सब सुर देवता, और अदिति से असुरों का जन्म किया, पैदा किया। एक ही बाप, एक ही पिता और दो माता, और अलग अलग ऐसे पुत्र, एक परम अच्छा और एक परम बुरा। There was a great rishi by the name of Kashyap Muni. Kashyap Muni had two wives. One was Diti, one was Aditi. Through Aditi, Kashyap brought all the devatas, was born all the devatas, those who live in heaven, Swarg, Indra, Kuber, Varun, Agni, etc. The god of fire, the god of wind, the god of wealth, the god of rain, the king of heaven, Indra, etc. Through the womb of Aditi. And through Diti, all the Rakshasas, Asuras, demonic beings came into being. Hiranyaksh, Hiranyakashipu, great demons, Prahlad, etc. So, one father and two mothers. From one mother, the beings supremely good, very good. And the other mother, the beings that was born, extremely bad. Very strange. One father. And there's always war between the Asuras and the Sur, between the Devatas and the Rakshas, the heavenly gods and demonic beings. There's always war. Even in the world, there's always war between good and bad. It's always a fight. In our own mind. Sometimes we have the highest and best thoughts. We want to do good things. When the sattvic, we are governed by 3 modes of Maya. Tribhir gunamaya bhavai rebhi sarvamidam jagat mohitam na bhijanati mamebhya param avyayam. Chapter 7 verse 13 Gita. Shri Krishna says that the individual souls, we people in the world, we are governed by 3 modes of Maya. Sattva gun, Rajogun, Tamogun. All these 3 qualities and all of us. A mixture. Those who are predominantly Sattva gun. Rajogun, Tamogun, they are very small. They are called Devatas, celestial beings. Those who are predominantly Rajasic, passionate, ambitious, want power, money, etc. They are called human beings. Sattva gun is there, they do good things sometimes. Tamo gun is there, they do very bad things sometimes. And those who are predominantly Tamo gun, Sattva gun is there also. Rajo gun, but very small. Predominantly Tamo gun, they are called Rakshas, demonic. So when the Sattva gun is predominant in our mind, we want to do good things. We want to give Dham, charity. We want to do puja. We want to worship Bhagavan. We want to sing Bhagavan's name, etc. We want generally good thoughts will come. When the Rajasic quality predominates, we are ambitious. We want power, more money, etc. And when the Tamasic quality predominates, we are lazy, lack incentive, our will grows weak, very negative and bad thoughts come in the mind. So even in ourselves, this war is going on. Anyhow, so there's always war between the Rakshas and the Devatas. The grandson of Prahlad, that great devotee Prahlad, his son was Virochan. And the son of Virochan was Bali, Raja Bali. So Bali was the king of the world at that time. He was so powerful. His grandfather was Prahlad. Bahut Balawan the. So once he attacked the Devatas and chased everyone from heaven. Sabko bhaga diya, Indra sabko. All the Devatas ran and hid in caves and all kinds of things. And occupied the seat, the throne of Indra in heaven. तब गुरु शुक्राचार्य ने कहा भैया ये नहीं हो सकता। 100 अश्वमेध यज्ञ करने के बाद इंद्र का सीट मिलती, उनके स्थान मिलते हैं। तो पहले आप 100 अश्वमेध यज्ञ करो, फिर ये स्थान मिलेगा। So he had chased Indra, everyone out of heaven, and took the seat, the position of Indra, Bali. But then the guru of the Rakshas is Shukracharya. The guru of the Devatas is Brihaspati. The guru said, they are both Mahapurush. The guru, Shukracharya, said to Bali, Raja Bali, Ye Bali, Beta, you cannot take heaven like that. There's rules to get the position of Indra. After performing 100 Ashwamedha Yagna, horse sacrifice. A horse is let go, and the horse travels throughout the whole world. If any king were to capture that horse, they have to fight with the king that let the horse go. And when that horse is able to travel and come back to the place where it is let go, then that's what, and they sacrifice it. It's called Ashwamedha Yagna 1. In ancient times this was possible. It's prohibited in Kali. So if you're able to do 100 Ashwamedha according to the rules and regulations of the Vedas, you will attain the position of Indra. तो बलि started doing and he reached 99. 99 अश्वमेध यज्ञ किया। ये देखकर इंद्र डर गया, जो स्वर्ग का राजा। उनकी मां अदिति ने देखकर हमारे बेटे डरे हैं, तो अदिति भगवान को बहुत भक्ति पूर्वक प्रार्थना की। बहुत समय तक भगवान प्रसन्न हो गया और अदिति से कहा वर मांगो। तो अदिति ने कहा हमारे पुत्र इंद्र बहुत डरे हैं, तो कुछ करो। भगवान ने कहा ठीक है, मैं आपके पुत्र बन के आऊंगा। So Bali had performed 99 Ashwamedha Yagna successfully. It's very, to do one is extremely difficult. He did 99. Seeing that Indra, the king of heaven, got scared. He's going to take my position, my seat. And seeing that his mother Aditi decided to do something, she started praying with great devotion to Bhagwan. Bhagwan appeared to her and said, Aditi, I am pleased with your devotion, ask for a boon. Aditi said, my son Indra is going to be vanquished by Bali if he is able to perform this 100 Ashwamedha Yagna. Kuch karo, do something. तो भगवान ने कहा ठीक है, मैं आपका पुत्र बन के आऊं, I will become your son, I will come as your son. So भगवान कश्यप और अदिति के सामने प्रकट हो गए, जैसे वसुदेव और देवकी के सामने प्रकट हो गए, जैसे दशरथ और कौशल्या, बल दशरथ नहीं थे, कौशल्या के सामने प्रकट हो गए, ऐसे ही भगवान प्रकट हो गए। So भगवान at the appointed time appeared before Kashyap and Aditi, just as he appeared before Vasudeva and Devaki and before Kaushalya, Char Bhuja, etc. everything. Seeing the Lord appear before them, they started glorifying the Lord. They were very happy. बहुत भक्ति किया, बहुत गाया, they worshipped the Lord in many ways, cried, and they were so happy. तब उनके सामने ही भगवान छोटे हो गए, देखकर ही भगवान छोटे 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 एकदम छोटा हो गया. And while they was glorifying the Lord like this in front of them, the Lord got smaller and smaller and smaller, and he took the form of Vaman. Aditi के गर्भ से नहीं आया. He did not come. Bhagwan does not go in the womb of anyone. Neither Devaki, nor Kaushalya, nor Aditi. Prakat ho gaya. He appears. Bhay prakat kripala, deen dayala, Kaushalya hitkari, harshit mahatari, muni manahari, adbhut roop vichari. He appears. So he became Vaman. He became a dwarf. और ये सुनकर उनकी मां ने, अदिति ने कहा कि इस समय बलि ने प्रारंभ किया 100वें अश्वमेध यज्ञ प्रारंभ किया. तो उसको सुनकर वहां गए वामन देव. Aditi then said to the Lord, who was in the form of a dwarf now, that Bali has started, Raja Bali has started the 100th Ashwamedha Yagna. He had done all the preparation and started it. It was already started. Hearing this, immediately the Lord in the form of a dwarf went there. वहां उस स्थान पर यज्ञशाला में आके भगवान वहां आके इतना उसके शरीर से इतना रोशनी निकलने लगे, तो जितने लोग वहां थे ये सोचने लगे कि ये सूर्य नारायण स्वामी आ गए, या अग्निदेव, या सनत कुमार, कोई बड़े बड़े महापुरुष आ गए. इतना तेज देख नहीं सकते. When Vaman entered that place where the yagna was being performed, Yagyashala. Huge tent was built, etc. Yagyashala. The light that was emanated from his body was so bright that they got blinded, everyone got blinded. And they started thinking, did Surya Narayan Swami, the sun god, did he come? Was it Agni Dev himself appear and coming here to bless us? Or is it Sanat Kumar, that great mind-born son of Brahma? Has he come to bless this yagna? They're all thinking like this. So, ऐसे सोचकर वहां वामन देव छतरी एक छाता लेके ऐसे एक हाथ में बहुत सुंदर एक लकड़ी लठिया और एक छाता और एक कमंडलू लेकर वहां आ गए और सबने देखा ये ब्राह्मण देव था. So in the form of a Brahman Dev, in the form of a Brahman, very small, as a dwarf, in one hand he had a beautiful stick, a staff, beautiful stick. And he also had an umbrella to shade him from the sun, and a kamandal, a water jug. And so he entered there. उद्यत को देखकर अब इतना रोशनी निकलते हैं इसके शरीर, तो जितने वहां जो पुरोहित थे, भृगु, सब भृगु थे जो पुरोहित, वहां उठ के भाग गए उसके पास. वहां भी यज्ञ करने वाला बलि महाराज वहां भी उठ के भाग गए. मैंने कहा था कल रात. और अग्निदेव अग्नि से प्रकट हो गए और वहां भाग गए उनके पास. बहुत सुंदर आसन दिया उनको, इनके चरण को धोया इत्यादि. When they saw the Lord appearing there, so bright and so beautiful, in the form of a dwarf, but so beautiful. He was so beautiful that the daughter, we'll hear this Katha some other time. Bali had a daughter, Ratnamala. When she saw so beautiful, she fell in love. And she thought, if I had him as my son, I'll put him to my breast and suckle him. So much she felt love like a mother to a child. And Bhagwan, who was sitting in her heart, took note. And he said, ठीक है, जब मैं कृष्ण बन के आऊंगा द्वापर में, तो आप पूतना बन के आएंगे और आपकी कामना पूर्ण करेंगे. Bhagwan sitting in the heart of Ratnamala took note. And he said, okay, when I come in Dwapar Yuga Sri Krishna, you will come as Putna and I will fulfill your desire. That we will hear another time. Anyhow, so all the Bhrigus who were the priests, they got up and they ran towards him. The one who was having the yagna perform, of course, Bali, Raja Bali, he got up and ran to him also. The Agni, the god of fire, they were worshipping, he himself personified, came out of the fire and went there. A beautiful seat was given to Vaman Devata, to the Lord Vaman. And they wash his feet and worship him in the highest way, in the best way. सब तरह की उनकी पूजा की और फिर वामन देव और फिर बलि ने भगवान के गुणगान किया. And so while worshiping him in the best way and knowing his great fortune, taking the water, he put it on his head. He drank some of it. And he put it on his head, and by doing that, the sins of many generations of his family got purified. Just by taking the water. And so he started glorifying the Lord, Bhagwan, in that form. Knowing his great fortune, he started to glorify Bhagwan. And so we're going to sing this bhajan, where we'll glorify Bhagwan too, as Vaman Dev glorify the Lord. page 18. This beautiful bhajan, very briefly I'll tell you a few little meaning of the bhajan. This bhajan is saying, oh my Lord, this is what Bali is saying. You have showered so much grace upon me. You have come in here, you have showered so much grace upon me that the load has become so heavy I cannot repay you. I cannot bear the weight. I can never repay you. I have come to your door. I have come to you. But I know I'm not worthy of coming to you, my Lord. Because of my extreme desire for the world, I've forgotten myself that I don't even take your name on my lip. I don't chant your glories. I am a great offender. I am a sinner. I'm not worthy of even this. You have given me life. You have given me everything. But I do not understand your glory, my Lord. I am indebted to you. To how much mercies you have showered upon me. I will never be able to repay this debt to you. I accept that you are the supreme provider. You give everything. But I have not brought the right jewela to collect anything you have given to me. The heart, the mind is not proper. Whatever you have given before, and you have given a lot, I'm not able to even contain that. My desire is only to bow to you, to have a vision of you in my heart. Oh my Lord, what can I offer you? Except the broken pieces of my heart, I have nothing more to offer to you. Teri meherbani ka hai bhoj itna कि मैं तो उठाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ तेरी मेहरबानी का है बोझ इतना कि मैं तो उठाने के काबिल गया मगर जानता हूँ तेरे दर पे आने के काबिल नहीं हूँ तो गया मगर जानता तेरे दर पे आने के काबिल नहीं ज़माने की चाहत में खुद को भुलाया तेरा नाम हरगिज़ ज़ुबां पे गुनाहगार हूँ मैं तुम्हें मुँह दिखाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ आवार हूँ गुनाहगार हूँ मैं तुम्हें मुँह दिखाने मेहरबानी का है भोज इतना कि मैं तो उठाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ मेहरबानी का है भोज कर्जदार तेरी दया पाहु इतना कि कर्जा चुकाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ। कर्जदार तेरी दया पाहु इतना कि कर्जा चुकाने के काबिल नहीं। ये माना पिता आता है तू कुल जहाँ का, मगर झोली आगे फैलाऊं मैं कैसे। ये माना पिता आता है आगे रहता, मगर झोली आगे फैलाऊं मैं कैसे। वो जो पहले दिया था वो भी कुछ कम नहीं है, उसी को निभाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ। पहले दिया था कुछ कम नहीं है, उसी को निभाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ। ओ तेरी मेहरबानी का है बोझ इतना कि मैं तो उठाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ। तेरी मेहरबानी का है बोझ इतना कि मैं तो उठाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ। तमन्ना यही है कि सिर को झुका दूं, तेरा दीद एक बार दिल में मैं पालूं। तमन्ना यही है कि सिर को झुका दूं, तेरा दिल एक बार दिल में मैं पालूं। ओ सिवा दिल के टुकड़ों के ऐ मेरे दाता, कुछ भी चढ़ाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ। सिवा तेरे के ऐ मेरे दाता, कुछ भी चढ़ाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ। वो तेरी मेहरबानी का है बोझ इतना कि मैं तो उठाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ। तेरी मेहरबानी का है बोझ इतना कि मैं तो उठाने के काबिल नहीं हूँ। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, वामन भगवान की जय। बलि बहुत गुणगान किया भगवान और कह रहे कि हे ब्राह्मण देवता, मैं आपके लिए क्या क्या कर सकता हूं, आप बताइए। मैं बलि हूं, पूरे विश्व में प्रसिद्ध हो मैं बलि। जो जो भी मांगते मैं देता हूं, आप भी मांग लो। बोलो क्या चाहिए? गाय, सोना, घर, जिसमें सब तरह की जो चाहते हैं घर में सुविधाएं, बहुत स्वादिष्ट खाना, इसके साथ नौकरानी, जो भी चाहे मांग लो। Bali now says, O Brahman Devata, you have come to my yagna today and I am extremely blessed that you have blessed my yagna, your presence here. What can I do for you? You have come here. What can I give you? I am Bali. I am very famous in all the tree world. Bali was so famous. No one can go to Bali and return empty-handed. Whatever they ask, Bali will give. I am very famous. What do you want? Do you want, O worthy one, a cow, gold, a house provided with all the luxuries and comfort, all the delicious food in the world, drink, a maid that comes with that, prosperous villages, horses, elephants, chariots, you name it. I am ready to give everything. सब कुछ देने को तैयार है। तो भगवान ने बलि को उत्तर दिया। भगवान replied to Bali and said, तस्मात् त्यक्तो महीमीषद् वृणोऽहं वरदर्शभात् पदानि त्रयीणि द्वैतेन्द्र संमितानि पदा मम नान्यते कामये राजन वरदान जगादीक्षरात् नैना प्राप्नोति वै विद्वान् या वरदत्थ प्रतिग्रह। Bhagavat Mahapuran, 8th canto, 19th chapter, verse 16 and 17. Bhagavan says, look to Bali, Maharaj, I am Brahman. I need to do Sandhya. So I just want 3 steps of land. I can make 3 footsteps as a dwarf. The amount of when I make 3 footsteps, 3 strides, that amount of land I want, that's all. इतना जमीन दो बस, 3 पग। मैं कुछ और नहीं चाहता हूं। जो अपने इस्तेमाल के ज्यादा मांगते हैं तो वो पाप है। He says if someone is told to ask and they ask more than they need to sustain themselves, that brings sin, is a path, a sin, to ask for more than you require. And that's all I need. बलि ने कहा भाई मैं पूरे संसार देने को तैयार हूं और दे सकता हूं, पूरे विश्व। ये ठीक पर क्या करेंगे? आप मेरे पास आया, एक बार मांग लो, कभी नहीं मांगना चाहिए, मैं ऐसा तैयार हूं। बलि said, look भैया, a Brahman Devata, if you ask for the whole world I can give. This whole world belongs to me. I have conquered the whole world. You have approached me. Anyone approaches me should never beg again. I am willing to give you that amount of anything that you would never have to beg ever in life again. भगवान ने कहा कि देखो, ये संसार ऐसा ही है जो अपने इंद्रियों में बस में नहीं है, मन और इंद्रियों बस में नहीं है, तो जितना देंगे तो और चाहिए, वो कभी संतुष्ट नहीं होगा। Bhagavan says the person who does not have his senses and mind under control, no matter how much you give them, no matter how much they get, is never enough. न जातु कामः कामानापभोगेन शाम्यति हविष्य कृष्ण वर्मेव भूय एवाभिवर्धते. The Bhagavad says in 9th canto, trying to satisfy a desire in the world is like pouring ghee into fire. Ghee, fuel. When you do havan, You pour a pure ghee, cattle butter, in the fire. Indrai namaha swaha, Agnai namaha swaha. When you pour the ghee, the clarified butter in the fire, what happened? Temporarily it goes down. And then it gets even bigger. Desire does not finish, it gets more and more big. So for one who does not have the senses and mind under control, no matter what they can get a whole world. And yet they will not be satisfied. The more you get, the more you want. Somebody say, if I win the lotto, 1 million, I'm fine. I don't want anything else. Suppose they win the lotto 1 million. Are you okay now? Arey bhaiya, 1 million. This kind of expensive world today, and 2 million. Never satisfied. This is how desires. तो देखो, बस मैंने कहा था ना कि मुझे संध्या इत्यादि में ब्राह्मण हूं. मैं नहीं चाहती कि कहीं जाएंगे और लोग कहेंगे कहां कर रहे हैं हमारा जमीन यहां क्यों आया भाग जाए यहां से. I have told you I'm a Brahmin. I do sandhya. I just need an amount of land. I can sit down peacefully and do my sandhya. If I go on somebody's land and they say, hey, what are you doing here? Huh? But it's my land and I can sit quietly. Nobody will bother me. That's all I need. 3 pag. 3 strides of land. इतना दे दो. तो बलि तैयार हो गया देने को और कमंडल उठाया और संकल्प लेने को तैयार हो गया. Bali said, okay, fine, that's what you want. So he got ready, took up his the lotus, the kamandal with the water, the jug, and is about to do sankalp. Hari Om Vishnu Vishnu Nama Paramatma Shri Puran Purushottamaya Vishnuragya. This mantra is said when given Dham. Sankalp. So he's about to do the sankalp to give. Guru ne rok diya. The Guru stopped him, Shukracharya. I told you Shukracharya is Mahapurush, but he's the Guru of the Rakshas. He recognized this is Bhagavan himself. But he says, Bhaiya, this is not a dwarf you see, not a Brahmin, this is Bhagavan himself. Ye Bhagavan Vishnu hai, aapko thakne aaya. He's coming to deceive you. Do not give him anything. Kuch mat do. वो ठगने वाला है. सब कुछ छीन लेंगे आपसे. He's going to take everything from you. The Lord, be very careful. आइए आइए बैठिए. I want to welcome Pandit Prakash Maharaj. Thank you for blessing our Yagna. तो गुरु ने रोक दिया. लेकिन बलि ने कहा, गुरुजी, मैंने अपना वादा दिया. I have given this my word. I am Bali. If I now refuse, what will people say? And people have a way of multiplying. Somebody hears something and then they tell somebody else and then they add a few a little bit to it. And then they tell someone else and they add a few. And by the time we reach someone, hey, Bhagavan, what happens? So, मैंने वादा दिया कि जो मांगेंगे मैं दे दूंगा. I have given the promise that whatever you asked for I was going to give, I'm going to give. And everyone throughout the whole world, they know about Bali, Raja Bali. That whatever they ask for, he will give. Never anyone had gone to Bali and was refused. So कैसे होगा? They will call me a cheat. That I have this greed that I didn't want to give. This holy Brahman. मैं इतना डरता नहीं है नरक या दरिद्रता हो या ये सब. अगर मैंने ये ब्राह्मण को झूठा किया, जो मैंने कहा उनको, जो मैंने वादा दिया, I'm not afraid of going to hell, of getting poverty, etc., being born poor. I'm not afraid of all of that. But what will happen if I were to be false to this divine Brahman. Look at, he came here, the light that was coming out of his body, there's no ordinary soul. ऐसे ब्राह्मण तो हाँ ठीक है, वो भगवान ही होगा, मैं नहीं डरता। अगर वो भगवान भी है जो वर देने में तैयार है और हमसे मांगते हैं तो मैं बहुत खुश हूं। If this is Bhagwan himself, the one who is the giver of boons, भगवान का एक, सबका एक स्वभाव होता है। Everybody has a स्वभाव, a nature. भगवान स्वभाव, whoever he meets, Varam Ruhi, asks for a boon. ये भगवान का एक स्वभाव है। Anytime Bhagwan meets someone, it could be whoever, Varam Ruhi asks for a boon. एक बार इंद्र से कहा कि Varam Ruhi, once Bhagwan met Indra, the king of heaven. And he said, just like everyone, he said, Beta Varam Ruhi asks for a boon. Indra said, I want a beautiful woman for my wife. भगवान मुस्कुराने लगे। भगवान turned and started laughing. देखो ये बेवकूफ। अरे इंद्र, भगवान मांगो। नहीं, I want that. भगवान said, okay. Through his Yog Maya Shakti, Bhagwan made millions of women appear. Each one more beautiful than the other. The first one Indra saw, he said, I want this one. भगवान ने कहा ठीक है, पर मैं नहीं भाग के जाऊंगा, देख लो पहले, I'm not going to run away, take your time and look. No, I want this one. भगवान ने कहा ठीक है, ले लो. भगवान said, okay, take her. The Urvashi, you've heard about her, Urvashi. Apsara, heavenly damsel. So Bhagwan left there, गायब हो गया. Indra took Urvashi and he went to Guru. He went back to his Indralok. He went before Guru Brihaspati. Guru ने सोचा ये नई lady कहाँ से आया? Who is this new lady? I never saw her before. Indrani all I've seen, but I've never seen this one. So Indra came and bowed and Guru said, ये कौन है भाई? Who is this new lady? So Guruji, today I am so fortunate. I met Bhagwan. And he told me to ask for a boon and I asked for her. Please bless us. The Guru got so angry. Bevakoof, you fool! You have given a bad name to your Guru. Bhagwan came and all you could think about was asking for a woman. Scolded him in the worst way. And imagine, that's the condition of Indra. Thinking Bhagwan come to us, what will happen to us? Anyhow, so ये भगवान के his nature, स्वभाव, his nature. Whoever he meets, he tells. So he says, I am very happy that it is Bhagwan. If Bhagwan himself come and he takes everything, it's fine. But I have given my word. मैं अपना वादा दिया. I told you, प्राण न जाए, बरु वचन न जाए. Dashrath said, my life should go. But when I have given my word, we should never go back on that. ये जो वचन दिया. So I made this promise. If he kills me after in battle, that's okay. तो दैव से शुक्राचार्य गुस्सा आ गया और बलि से कहा, श्राप दिया बलि को कि आप राजा है और मद से भर गया. He said, oh, you have become a king through my blessing. You have become a king and now you have become so full of arrogance that you are refusing to accept my advice. I give a shrap to you. O conceited one, that you will certainly fall from this position. आप नीचे से भी नीचे गिर जाएंगे. ये श्राप दिया. He gave a shrap to him. Even though the Guru was stopping him, Bali insisted because Bali was that way. एक बार वादा देते हैं, once he give a promise, he is not going to move out, no matter who can. तो वो संकल्प पढ़ने लगे। गुरु जानते हैं, गुरु बताएंगे नहीं बताएंगे इसको मतलब नहीं। He started saying the mantra himself, the sankalp himself. Vishnu Paramatma, you know, I told you the mantra, the sankalp. Om Vishnu Namaha Paramatmane Shri Purana Purushottamaya Visharakya. He started saying the sankalp. And he took the water and he poured. And he poured the water, and with the sankalp, that whatever you ask for, I have given it. De diya. I have given you the trees, footstep of land. जो आपने मांगा, अब दे दिया। जब उन्होंने कहा कि तथास्तु दे दिया, तो तुरंत भगवान भरने लगे उनके शरीर। As soon as Raja Bali gave that, they read the sankalp and threw the water, offered the water that he had given, I have given it to you. Bhagwan started to increase. He started growing. And as he started growing, we'll hear a beautiful bhajan, page 32. एक बहुत सुंदर भजन है, जगत गुरुतम कृपालु महाप्रभु का भजन, written by Jagat Gurutam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. This bhajan says, Lakho mahfil jaha mein yu to. There are thousands and thousands of gatherings all over the world. But there's no gathering or no court that can compare to yours, Bhagwan. Swarg Samrat ho ya chakar, whether someone is the king of heaven or he's a beggar. Anyone comes to your court, they are all treated alike. Barabar. There is no one in existence who can comprehend your intelligence or know your divinity, my Lord. Dar badar kha ke thokar jo thakkar aa gaya gar koi tere dar par. When we are tired in this world of getting abused and suffering, rotating in 8.4 million forms of life, and we think I have gotten enough, bas ho gaya. Ab Bhagwan ke sharan mein jayenge. Now I'm going to take shelter in Bhagwan. They come knocking on the door, then you're there with open arms waiting to welcome them, my Lord. That bliss that you was given by the look to Nazaro se jo ras pilaya. There's no words that can describe it. No one can describe it. And they can't even hide it. Few lines we'll sing this beautiful bhajan. Lakho mahfil, page 32. लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। ओ लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। स्वर्ग सम्राट हो या हो चाकर, तेरे दर पे है दर्जा बराबर। स्वर्ग सम्राट हो या हो चाकर, तेरे दर पे है दर्जा बराबर। ओ तेरी हस्ती को हो जिसने जाना, कोई आलम में आखिर नहीं है। तेरी हस्ती को हो जिसने जाना, कोई आलम में आखिर नहीं है। ओ लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। सर्वर होकर जो थक कर आ गया अगर कोई तेरे दर पर, सर्वधर खा के खोकर जो थक कर आ गया अगर कोई तेरे दर पर। ओ तूने नजरों से राधे नजरों से जो रस पिलाया वो बताने के काबिल नहीं है। तूने नजरों से जो रस पिलाया वो बताने के काबिल नहीं है। वो बताने के काबिल नहीं है और छुपाने के काबिल नहीं है। वो बताने के काबिल नहीं है और छुपाने के काबिल नहीं है। ओ लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। प्रेम में है सदा देना देना। In the path of bhakti, we have to learn to give and only give. Don't want anything in return. The one who wants, who is wanting, he will not attain that divine love. He will not become a rasik saint. There are three things: lena, lena, to take and only take, that's lust. Lena, dena, to give and take, business. And dena, dena, to give and only give, that is prem, bhakti, divine love. प्रेम में है सदा देना देना, सोचना भी नहीं कुछ है लेना। प्रेम में है सदा देना देना, सोचना भी नहीं कुछ है लेना। ओ लेने वाला लेने वाला बड़ा भोला भाला, ब्रज के रसिकों में शामिल नहीं है। लेने वाला बड़ा भोला भाला, ब्रज के रसिकों में शामिल नहीं है। कर्म है उनकी निष्काम सेवा, धर्म है उनकी इच्छा में इच्छा। कर्म है उनकी निष्काम सेवा, धर्म है उनकी इच्छा में इच्छा। The ultimate duty in life is to serve the Lord, to do His seva, and to be happy in His happiness, not to want one's own happiness. कर्म है उनकी निष्काम सेवा, धर्म है उनकी इच्छा में इच्छा। कर्म है उनकी निष्काम सेवा, धर्म है उनकी इच्छा में इच्छा। ओ सौंप दो उनके राधे, सौंप दो उनके हाथों में डोरी। ये कृपालु है, तंग दिल नहीं है। सौंप दो इनके हाथों में डोरी। ये कृपालु है, तंग दिल नहीं है। ओ लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। लाखों महफिल जहां में यूं तो तेरी महफिल सी महफिल नहीं है। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, वामन देवता भगवान की जय। अब भगवान बढ़ने लगे. He started growing, growing, growing from a Vaman, a dwarf, until he grew and was touching going beyond the clouds. एक पग से पूरे जमीन, पूरे संसार, पृथ्वी को नाप लिया. With one stride, he measured the whole earth. In other words, he took the whole earth, everything that belonged to Bali. The whole, he was the king at that time. वो राजा थे पृथ्वी का. एक पग से, by one stride, he took the whole earth. अब दूसरे पग से, he's raising now to get the second step. He's crossing भुवः स्वः महाजनः तपः सत्य तक. वो भी लाम किया. He started crossing all the heavens. भुवः स्वः महाजनः तपः. He's crossing Satyalok, the abode of the highest heaven, Brahma. ब्रह्मा ने देखा ये भगवान का श्री चरण है. ये भगवान का श्री चरण देख लिया उन्होंने, ब्रह्मा ने. तो धातु कमंडलु जलम तदु रुक्रमात्मस्य पादावने जन पवित्रतया नरेंद्र स्वर्धन्य भून्नभसित्सा पतति निमाष्टि लोकत्रयम् भगवतो विशदेव कीर्ति. Bhagavat 8th canto 21st chapter 4th verse. Brahma seeing the lotus feet of Bhagavan rising above his heaven, the highest heaven, Satyalok, Brahmalok, Satyalok, the highest heaven, Satyalok. It's all in the material realm. Told you many times. Up to the highest heaven. ये सब माया के अंदर, ये सब माया है. It is all on the Maya. When you cross that, there's a divine river called Birija Nadi. A river, divine, Birija Nadi. Beyond that, everything is divine. Below that, everything is material. So when he reached there, that point, Brahma took his kamandal, his jug with water that he always carries, and started to wash the toenails of Bhagwan. Nakun ko dhone lage. Bhagwan Vaman. And the water that he washed the toenail of Bhagwan, that became Ganga in heaven, Mandakini. In Swarg, in heaven. And then Bhagirath, through his tapasya, was able to bring her down to the earth. And this earth, she is known as Ganga. So this is where Ganga originated from. When Bhagwan took the form of Vamandev, and in the second stride, he was crossing all the heavenly regions to the highest heaven, the abode of Brahma. Brahma came and he washed the lotus, the toenails of Bhagwan, and from the toenails, that water that he washed came out, appeared Ganga in heaven. She is known as Mandakini. When she descends to the earth, she is known as Ganga, which purifies the sin of the entire world. ये किया उन्होंने. फिर अब तीसरे पग कहाँ रखना? बलि ने वादा दिया कि वे 3 पग जमीन देंगे, तो 2 तो नाप लिया. Now where is he going to put the third pug, the third stride, the third step of land? He had asked for 3 steps from Bali, and Bali had given the sankalp. He performed. When you do that sankalp, you can't take it back, bhaiya. He did the sankalp. And now, there's nowhere else to put. So, Garuji, Bhagwan ka Vahan, the vehicle of Bhagwan, Garuji, knowing the thought of the Lord, he came immediately and binded. Bali ko band diya. Through with the pass of Varun Dev, through the gods of Varun Devata, Varun, the god of water, he tied him up. और भगवान के सामने लाके रख दिया. And he put him before भगवान. तो भगवान ने कहा, बलि, आपने 3 पग, हमको 3 पग की बाधा दी. You have given me the boon, you have given me the promise that you were going to give me 3 footsteps of land. With 1 footstep I took the whole earth that belonged to you. The 2nd footstep I took all the heavens. Where to put the 3rd footstep? कहाँ रखेंगे तीसरे पग? तो बलि ने कहा कि हे भगवान, आपने उसको पहचान नहीं, ये भगवान ही है. Now he recognizes this as भगवान. कि हे भगवान, देवताओं के भी देव है. You're the Lord of even the devatas. And I did not mean to deceive you. मैं आपको धम को छल नहीं करना था. I didn't mean to deceive you and to steal from you. तो ये तीसरे पग जो बाकी है यहां रख दो, सिर पर. अपने आप को बलिदान किया. मतलब ये जो बलिदान शब्द यहीं से आया. So he said, okay. Bali sacrificed himself. He said to Bhagwan, put the 3rd one here. In other words, he sacrificed everything unto Bhagwan. This word we hear, Balidan, this is where it came from. To sacrifice what? Ourselves. To completely surrender to Bhagwan. Sacrifice greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, lust. Not to kill an animal. That's not Balidan. Balidan means sacrificing one own self. अपने आप को भगवान को समर्पित करो. यह है बलिदान. Bali did it and showed. He sacrificed everything unto Bhagwan. भगवान ने उनको सुताल भेज दिया. So there are lower regions, just like there are higher regions, there are lower regions. Not hell. Hell is a different thing. Kumbhi, Pat. A lot of time people talk about the lower regions, Patal, Sutal, etc. and they say that is hell. No, that's not hell. Hell is a different thing. Just like there are higher regions, the heavens, there are lower regions, and it's ruled by beings, the lower Nagas, etc. So he sent them all the way. I'm going to send you to Sutal because you were not able to fulfill. आपने कहा है कि हे बलि, जिस पर मैं कृपा करता हूं, इसका सब कुछ छीन लेता हूं. यह हमारा सबसे बड़ा कृपा है. And here Bhagwan is saying something. Listen carefully. I told you last night. He said, those I shower my grace upon, I take away everything. All their fortune, health, everything I take away from them. Why? So that they will not be intoxicated with that wealth, that position, that beauty, that knowledge. This brings abhiman, mad. In the Ramayana says, Nahi ko as janma jag mahi, prabhuta pahi jahi madanahi. There never was, nor is, nor will there be such a person who acquires something in excess in the material world. Position, knowledge, beauty, fame, something in excess, wealth, and has not become arrogant. Jahi madanahi. You know, there's a saying in the Bible, it is easier for a camel to enter the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. No Christian understands what it means. This is what it means. Why? It brings arrogance. And people say, oh, you accept Christ, you become a billionaire. In other words, you'll never go to Bhagwan. Because you don't understand what you're reading. This is what it means. So here, it tells us, in the mind it says very clearly, why? It brings arrogance. Little position we get in the world and hey, Bhagwan. Mud. It brings arrogance. So, I take away. This is my grace. Hey Bali, अब गुरु को भी ये नहीं सुना, सब कुछ हमको दे दिया, तो मैं आपको ये दे रहा हूं जो देवता को भी नहीं मिल सकता. He said, Bali, you gave everything, you sacrifice. This is what happens when we completely surrender to Bhagwan. Bhagwan says in the Gita, Ananyas chintayanto mami jana paripasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Chapter 9 verse 22 Gita. Those who worship me exclusively and completely surrender unto me, completely, to them I bring attainment of what they do not have, and I protect what they have. I give them everything. In the last chapter of the Gita also, the final teaching, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja. Arjun, renounce everything, all duty, all obligations. Give up everything and take shelter in me alone. In other words, complete surrender. Atma nivedanam, Atma samarpan, balidan. Completely sacrifice yourself unto me. Take shelter in me alone. Then what will happen? Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami masuchaha. Chapter 18 verse 66. I will free you from all sins and give you everything divine. So here he's saying, I'm going to give you what even Devtas cannot get. My divine abode. You will come to my divine abode. You will attain me. But first, पहले आपकी इच्छा था इंद्र बनने का. First, you had a desire to become an Indra, to rule the heaven. So there are many Manus. It's called a Manvanta. The age of one Manu, 306,720,000 years, is how long one Manu. So the Manu of this age we live in is called Vaivasvata Manu. So in the age of the Manu called Savarni Manu, you will be the Indra. You will be the Indra during that Manu of Savarni Manu. You will become the Indra. For now, I'm sending you to Sutal, one of the lower regions, because you were not able to fulfill the promise you gave to me. But it's not going to be a punishment. There you will have the wealth and the comfort greater than any heaven in that abode. And I myself will protect you. My Sudarshan Chakra, no one can come and have anything against you there. There's later Katha, Bhagwan himself became the Parshad. Even Bali did not know. As long as Bali stayed in Sutal, Bhagwan, he became the gatekeeper. He left Vaikuntha. Lakshmi alone was there. That she had to come in disguise as a Brahmani. She came in disguise as a Brahman. And she had Bali tied Rakhi for her. That's called, that we celebrate Bhai Dooj. She made Bali her brother. And this is when we tied a Raksha Sut. Yena Bali Dat, Yena Mantra abhi nahi aa rahe. We tied a Raksha Sutra. Just as Bali tied a sutra for Mahalakshmi. And he never went against it. She had made him promise that whatever I ask for, you're going to give it. In the same way, Yena Badu Bari Raja Dana Vedru Mahabala Tena Twamanu Badnami Rakshe Machala Machala. This is a mantra that is used. Just as Bali tied this Raksha Sutra and never went against it, in the same way, protect this person. That whatever power that is being given by the person who is tying it has to have the power also. That they should never lose in protecting that person. So this is how she was able to get back. She said, okay, when he tied that Raksha Sutra, that day celebrated as Bhai Dooj, the 5th day of Deepavali. You know, Diwali celebrated 5 days. So the 5th day after Govardhan Puja, the next day is Bhai Dooj. So brothers worship, sisters worship the brother, and they tie. This is a real Raksha Bandhan actually. So even Bali didn't know the Lord. And then when Lakshmi said, this fellow who is guarding your gate, that is my husband Mahavishnu. Please give him back to me. Bali had given his word. And so she was able to get the Lord. Or else, for thousands of years, he guarded Bali. This is how great Bali is. Great. Eventually he went to Bhagwan because of keeping his word. That's why it's so important to keep our word. When you promise, don't take it back. Bali shows the greatness, and Balidan doesn't mean to kill any animal or kill anything. Bali means to kill in our own, this ego we have. To kill the ego, to get rid of the anger, the greed, the jealousy, to completely sacrifice ourselves unto Bhagwan, complete surrender. And what will happen? We'll attain Bhagwan, as Bali did. There's more, but I will end the Katha here tonight. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Bole Vaman Bhagwan ki jai. Shrimat Bhagavat Mahapuran ki jai. Radha Rani ki jai. Shrimat Sadguru Sarkar ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri